Hey everyone, so I had a question on the virtual dinner party recipe this week, and Susan Crosby really likes the saag paneer that she gets at Red Fort, and she wanted to know if she could substitute the cheese for the sweet potatoes, and you absolutely can, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to make your own paneer. So in here I have 1 cup of whole milk, and you do want to use whole milk. And here I have about a 1/4 cup of buttermilk and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, or you can also use white vinegar. And what you want to do is just get your milk in a pot and bring it up to a boil. And once it starts to boil, you want to immediately put in the buttermilk acid mixture. And you don't want to let it boil too much because you don't want the temperature to rise too much. It doesn't work out as well. But see how we're getting those little bubbles? We're just about boiling. And once we're there, just turn it off and you add the acid, give it a quick stir, and you want to give it a little pinch of salt. And you can see how that's kind of separating out. And depending on how acidic I used lemon juice, depending on how acidic it is, you might need to add a little bit more, or if it's not working, you can add a little bit more vinegar. And I'm just going to add a pinch of vinegar here to show you, just to speed things up. But if you add a little bit of vinegar, you can see how it will immediately separate out into the curds and the whey. And see, you're just getting that kind of clearish liquid and then the thick curds. And then the next thing you do, you let it sit for about a minute. I'm just going to let that stir a bit. So see how you're separating, you get that clear liquid and then also like almost like cottage cheese. You can also make fresh ricotta similarly. But then I just poured in, you can use cheesecloths, or I find a double thickness of paper towel works just as well. You pour it through a strainer, and that's going to get rid of all the whey. And you just let that drain out. And you can tie this up and let it drain, or you can just let it sit hovering over a bowl for a while. It takes about 20 minutes for the liquid to drain out, and then I press it out on a plate, put another plate on top of it, and sit it in the fridge for about an hour. And then when you're done, you've pressed it into kind of like this block, and then you can just cut it into cubes and use it in the recipe. And super easy to make, and so yeah, you can certainly substitute this for the sweet potatoes in the recipe. Another substitution someone had asked for is if they could do something other than spinach, and I think you could use any other green, mustard greens. Arugula might be a little bit bitter. You could even just use parsley and reduce the amount, and maybe add garbanzo beans or something. But the recipe is super versatile, and I hope you'll try it. Thanks, bye.